Hello everyone, this is Amit Kumar Singh. Welcome to my first session on quadratics. So in this session, we're going to introduce this concept of quadratics and we'll try to understand how they are different from linear equation. So I believe you have preliminary knowledge about linear equation, and I believe you know that whenever you plot the graph of a linear equation, you'll get a straight line curve. Now we're going to talk about quadratics. So whenever we talk about quadratics, the general way of expressing a quadratic equation, they are expressed in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a should not be equal to 0. Please remember, if a become equal to 0, then your equation will be linear equation. I hope this part everyone can easily correlate. So going further and discuss on quadratics, so a few preliminary questions which you should know how to work on. You can check your knowledge about how you can solve these questions. Like these are very basic question like x square plus x minus 12. If I tell you to solve this equation, believing that you have a knowledge about quadratic equation, so how what you will do, you split the middle term. Okay, you have to split the middle term in such a way that when you add them, you should get plus 1, and when you multiply them, you should get minus 12. So you have to think of the two number. So which are those two numbers? Those two numbers are such that when you add them, you should get plus 1. Okay. And when you multiply them, you should get minus 12. It means that the difference of two numbers should be 1. It means both the numbers should be consecutive to each other. And the product should be minus. Minus means when you multiply two number, how will you get a minus if one number is positive, another number is negative? Okay, so considering that fact, what I can do, I can think of the two number. One number I can take as a plus 4, another number I can take as a minus 3. So when we do plus 4 minus 3, what we'll get? We'll get plus 1. When we'll add them and when we multiply them, we'll get minus 12. So very easy concept. If I take the screenshot of this and if I try to solve this question, so what you will need to do, you need to split the middle term. So x square plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. So I can write the same as x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 12 equals 0. Okay, now you have to split the middle term. Okay, now if I think about these two numbers 4x, 3x, when I add them, I'll get plus x. And when I multiply them, I'll get minus 12x square. Okay, so then you take two terms together and then see what is a common. So here I can take x as a common, so I can write this x into x plus 4. Here I can take minus 3 common, so I'll get x plus 4. Okay, and that is equal to 0. Okay, then you can write the same thing as x minus 3 into x plus 4 equals 0. So when the product of two number is 0, that means either of the one number is 0. So I can say that either x minus 3 is 0 or either x plus 4 is 0. So in that case, I'll get the value of x is 3 or I'll get the value of x is minus 4. So if you consider these two value of x as plus 3 or minus 4, if you put these two value into the equation, the whole together, the equation will give you 0. Okay, so if you in this equation, if you put x equal to 3, so 3 square is 9 plus 3 minus 12, you'll get 0. Or if you put minus 4 square is 16, then 16 and then minus 4 minus 12, if you do, you'll get 0. So this is quadratic equation. Whenever we talk about quadratic equation, a quadratic equation is in this form: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where your a should not be equal to 0. Please remember this. So when your equation is given in the form of quadratic equation, if you plot the graph of this equation, you'll always get a parabola. So we'll discuss more on graphs, what kind of graph you will get. But first of all, we are trying to do revision of the concept of about what we have studied already, that you should know how to split the middle term. Second equation also you can do the like the same way, that when you add them, you should get minus 6. And when you're multiplying, you should get plus 9. So what you can do, x square minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So I can write this as x square. This I can write minus 3x minus 3x. When I add them, I'll get minus 6x. And when you multiply them, I'll get 9x square. So is plus 9 is equal to 0. Take this as a common. So this is x minus 3. Here I can take minus 3 common. This is x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x minus 3 whole square is 0. So means the value of x what you will get is 3. Fine. So here you will get one value of x. The value of x is equal to 3. Okay. So if you put x equal to 3 into this equation, the whole equation will turn to a 0. Then the question number third here, again, if you see when you multiply this, what you should get minus 18x square. Then when you're adding, you should get minus 17x. So what can be the two number? Very easy. So you can write 3x square minus 18x plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then take the middle term. Okay, take this as a common. So the common is 3x. So x minus 6 plus 1. This is x minus 6 is equal to 0. So this will give you 3x plus 1 into x minus 6 is equal to 0. So if you solve this, you will get the value of x is equal to minus 1 by 3 or the value of x is equal to 6. Clear everyone? Anybody have any doubt? Very basic. Already you have studied about this in your IGCSE level. We are just trying to revise the concept that whenever you will get a quadratic equation, how will you able to solve the quadratic equation? Talking about rational root, irrational root, why could able to solve this question? Because the roots are rational. I believe at this moment, you might not able to understand when you get rational root or when you get irrational root, but very soon you will able to understand that fact. Clear everyone? So then these are very basic thing. Inequality. So here like 5x minus 8 is greater than 2. So how will you solve this? You can just take this as a common. I believe you have basic knowledge on inequality, that when you add or when you subtract or multiply or divide with a positive number or negative number, you know that in case of addition and in case of addition and subtraction, whatever we add or subtract, the inequality sign will not change. But when you multiply with the positive number or divide with a positive number, inequality sign will not change. But when you multiply or divide with a negative number, the sign of the inequality will change. So basic knowledge of if you have with the inequality, you can easily do this. If this question is 5x minus 8 is greater than 2. So if I add plus 8 both side, so I can write this as 5x minus 8 plus 8 greater than 2 plus 8. Okay, so I can write 5x is greater than 10. Okay, now if I divide both side by 5, so 5x by 5 greater than 10 by 5. So first what I did, I added with 8 both side, then I'm dividing both side by 5. So I can write x is greater than 2. So nowhere I did something through which the inequality sign will change. So here your x you are getting is greater than 2. So if your x is greater than 2, if you plot a number line, I hope you know about number line. So if you plot a number line, so where your x value will lie, your x value will lie from 2 to plus infinity side. Okay, so you know plus infinity minus infinity. So your value of x lies between 2 to positive infinity, and both side you have open bracket. You will not get a closed bracket. Clear, right? Then the next question was 3 minus 2x is less than or equal to 7. So you know the difference between the sign. Okay, here the next question is 3 minus 2x is less than or equal to 7. This is the next question. 3 minus 2x is less than or equal to 7. So again, what I can do here, I can subtract minus 3 both side. So here I'll get minus 3 plus 3 minus 2x, then less than or equal to 7 minus 3. I subtracted minus 3 to both the side. So I can write minus 2x is less than or equal to 7 minus 3 is 4. Okay. Then if I multiply, okay, then if I multiply with minus 1 both side. So if I multiply with minus 1 with both the side, Okay, what will happen if you multiply with or divide with a negative value? Then the inequality sign will change. So this will be -1 into 4. Clear, everyone? So I hope this part is clear. Okay, so I can write this as 2x is greater than or equal to -4. Clear? Okay, now if I divide both side by plus 2, so 2x by 2 is greater than or equal to -4 by 2. So I can get x is greater than or equal to -2. Okay, so x is greater than or equal to -2. That is your answer. So basic knowledge, if you have with inequality, you can easily solve this. So here the x belongs to -2 to infinity, where you'll include -2 here because either x is equal to -2 or greater than -2. That's why with -2 I put the close bracket. So this knowledge about close bracket, open bracket is very essential. If you have, you can easily plot the data on a number line. Okay, then linear equation questions are there. You can easily solve these kind of questions. Okay, two unknown variables are there, x and y here. So for that, you need two equation. You can solve it by elimination method or you can solve it by substitution method. So if we see these questions, if you have basic knowledge, you can easily solve these questions. You can pause my video. You don't have to actually watch this video. You can watch this video in 2x also if you want, because if you have these basic knowledge, no need to spend more time digging yourself because these are very basic concept. So this is 2x plus 3y. So we are just revising the concept, what we have already done in IGCSE level. So 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. Okay, and then the next is 7x minus 5y is equal to -1. So here two variables are there, x and y. So I need two equation. I have two equation. Now what I can do, I can solve it by substitution or elimination method. Substitution method tends to be lengthy, so we prefer more elimination. So here if I see x, first equation I have coefficient 2, second equation I have coefficient 7. Okay, if I see for y, their signs are opposite, so I prefer to cancel y. So I'll multiply this with 5 because the LCM is 15. This I'll multiply with 3. If I do this, I'll get 10x plus 15y is equal to 13 5s are 65. This is my first equation. My second equation is 21x minus 15y is equal to -3. This is my second equation. If I add them, y get cancelled. Okay, then this is 31x is equal to 62. Okay, so the value of x would be 2. 31 2s is 62. Okay, once I get the value of x as 2, then I can just write the equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. I can consider any equation. I'll put the value of x here. So 2 into 2 plus 3y is 13. So 4 plus 13y, sorry, 4 plus 3y, not 13y. 4 plus 3y is 13. So 3y is equal to 9 and then y is equal to 3. So the value of x here is 2 and the value of y is 3. You can easily solve this kind of question. I hope these are very basic to solve. Next question here, if I see the next question, that is 2x minus 3y, 2x minus, sorry, 7y is 31. And then 3x plus 5y is minus 31. So if I add them, so I'll get 5x minus 2y is equal to 0. So I can say that 5x is equal to 2y. So in place of 2y, I can write 5x. Okay, so or in place of 5x, I can write 2y. So x is equal to 2y by 5. Okay, so I get the value of x is equal to 2y by 5. I'll consider one equation, 2x minus 7y is 31. So in place of x, I can write 2y by 5 minus 7y is 31. So if this is 4y by 5 minus 7y is 31. Take LCM. 5 is LCM. 4y minus 35y is equal to 31. Okay, so very easy. So this is minus 31y by 5 is equal to 31. So this will give you -1. So y value is -5. You'll get the y value. If I get the y value, I can find the x value. So if the y value is -5, y value is -5, then what is x value? This is 2 into -5 by 5. So the x value is -2. So very basic. I know if you are watching my video at AS level, so I believe you know how to solve these questions. If you are not able to solve this question, then there is a serious concern. And I believe you need to go back and refer your basic books of whatever you have studied so far, because then that become very important. Otherwise, these are very basic questions. Okay, going further, root 20. So what is the value of root 20? If we try to root 20, if you talk about root 20, if you do the factorization of root 20, 20, 20 is 4 into 5, and square root of this, I can write square root of 4 into square root of 5, and square root of 4 is 2. So this is 2 root 5. Clear? Okay. Then the next part is what is root 5 square? Next thing is what is root 5 square? Root 5 square is nothing but root 5 into root 5 you'll get is 5. Done. Okay, what is the next? 8 by root 2. So 8 by root 2. So whenever you find uh, something in square root in your denominator, we try to rationalize it. How we rationalize it? By multiplying with the same value with both numerator and denominator. If you do like this, okay, this is called rationalization. If you do like this, so this you'll get as 8 root 2 by 2. So this will give you 4 root 2. Simple. Clear, everyone? So these are very basic concepts, and you should know about them. So the concept of rationalization and all, you should know how to solve them. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask me questions. So far, I believe these are all the concept what we have discussed are very basic concept. Okay, so yeah. So this much we have done so far, and this is what you have already studied in your IGCSE O level. So when we talk about quadratics, I talked about the general form of expressing a quadratic equation that we do in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where your a should not be equal to 0. Try plotting the graph of this equation for y equal to 10 minus x square. If you plot the graph of y is equal to 10 minus x square. So if I put the x value 0, the y value I'll get as a 10. Okay, if I put y is equal to 1, I'll get if I put x equal to 1, I'll get y as a 9. If I put x equal to -1 also, I'll get y as a 9. If I put this as 2, okay, then I'll get 6. Okay, if I put this as 2, then I'll get 6. If I put -2, okay, then also I'll get 6. If I put 3, then I'll get 1. If I put plus minus 3, I'll get 1. Okay, if I put plus minus 4, any value plus minus 4, I'll get is -6. Okay, so you're getting it. So if you plot the graph of this, you will get something like this. Okay, the maximum value of this would be +10. So it's an inverted U-shaped curve. Why you get an inverted U-shaped curve? Because in this quadratic equation, the reason is that why you're getting inverted, because in the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where your a is not equal to 0 in the quadratic equation. If your a is greater than 0, you'll get a U-shaped curve, while if your a is less than 0, you'll get an inverted U-shaped curve. So that basic knowledge you should have. So it's a parabolic curve, what you will get whenever you work on a quadratic equation. Okay, then this much basic knowledge if you have, you're good to go. Here, this is the question. What is wrong with this question, guys? So here, if you solve this equation as per what they have solved, they got the x value equal to -7. Okay, so please understand here the x value -7 means if I have solved this question correctly, and I'm getting x equal to -7. That means that if I substitute in this equation -7, my LHS should be equal to RHS. So if I put here x equal to -7, then you notice your LHS is not equal to your RHS. Okay, so that way you can say that, yeah, this is not the correct way of doing the question. So imagine now here this question is being solved and they got the answer also. They got the answer as x equal to -7. If I put here -7, if I put here x equal to -7, so here you can see 2 into -7 whole square plus 3 into -7 minus 5 is equal to, this is -7 minus 1, this is -7 minus 2. So my, if x is equal to -7, then my LHS should be equal to RHS. This is 2 into 49, this is -21 minus 5, this is -8 into -9. So if I solve this, this would be 98. 98 minus 26, right? Yeah, 21 plus 5 is 26, right? Yeah. So this is 72. So here I'm getting is this, I'm getting as 72 equal to 72. Okay. So here my LHS is equal to RHS. Okay. So -7 is correct according to this problem. Now, if I try to solve this question, okay, if I try to solve this question, this is -7 minus 1, this is -8, -7 minus 2 is -9, this is 72, this is 98, right? 49, yeah, 52 is 100, this is 98, 98, this is -21, this is -5, this is -26, so you'll get 98, 72 is equal to 72. So what they're doing, so they factorize this equation 2x square plus 3x minus 5. They factorize this. So if you factorized, so this is -10. -10, the difference should be 3, means plus 5 minus 2. So minus 2x plus 5x minus 5. So if I take the middle term, 2x, x minus 1, this is plus 5x minus 1. So if I'm doing this, I'm getting as 2x plus 5 into x minus 1. Yeah. So 2x minus 5 into x minus 1. This I'm getting here, 2x plus 5 into x minus 1. This is x minus 1 into x minus 2. Okay. Then what you are doing? Okay. So x minus 1 I cancelled. So I get 2x plus 5 is equal to x minus 2. So this means if I bring this, if I bring this x this side, 2x minus x is -2 minus 5. So x is equal to -7. Yeah. So you got the x value is equal to -7. So this is Rosa's solution to previous discuss a solution. Classmate explain why her solution is not fully correct. So why her solution is not fully correct, that we need to explore, because here we got the quadratic equation and I should get two value of x. Here the two value of x what I got. What are the two values of x I got? I got one value of x. I got one value of x which can satisfy my equation. What are the one value of x? That one value of here x is 1, and the another value of x I'm getting is -5/2. Okay, and then if I put 1 or -5/2 into this equation, I will get my answer. So I just need to figure out, because this is a quadratic equation, so I should get two values of x. So here the two values of x what you should get, that should satisfy my answer. One value of x that should not satisfy my answer, because this is the case of quadratic equation. Clear, everyone? So although when we solve this equation, we are getting this value as x equal to -7. Okay. Then you can go further and discuss this. Okay, so few worked examples are there. You can see this worked example like 6x square plus 5 is equal to 17x. You can see this, I can bring -17x this side. So again, this become a quadratic equation. Here product should be 30x square and the sum should be -17. So what I can take, 30 I want product as plus 30. So I can take minus 15 minus 2. So that will, when they add, it will give me minus 17. When I multiply, it will give me plus 30. Because I want plus on product, both should be negative negative or positive positive, but you want minus 17 means both should be negative. That is the only option. Here you can see in option B, question B, 9x square minus 39x minus 30 equal to 0. You can divide both side by plus 3. You'll get 3x square minus 13x minus 10 is equal to 0. Then you can think about breaking the middle term. Okay, so while multiplying, you should get minus 30. Okay, so minus 30 means minus 15 plus 2, and that will solve your question. Clear, everyone? So again, you can take this as a LCM and you can easily solve these questions. These are very basic questions. Okay, and then you can do cross multiply, you'll get the answer. So once you get this is a quadratic question, then you can see 63 2 is 126. So when you multiply, you should get minus 126, and while adding, you should get minus 11. So means one should be positive, other should be negative. Then while you are multiplication, you'll get minus. Okay, so 2x square minus 11x minus 63. So here 2x square, 2x square minus 11x minus 11x minus 63 is equal to 0. So when you multiplying, you should get 126. So if I think about the factorizing 126, then 126, if I do the factorization, I'll get 63. Then it will go by 3 table. This is 21, then 3, then 7. So the difference should be 11. So 21 and 6 not possible. 14 and 9. 14 and 9 difference is not 11. Then this is 9 2s are 18, 18 and 7. Yeah, that it is 18 and 7. So 2x square minus 18x plus 7x minus 63 is equal to 0. Take common. Here 2x, this is x minus 9. Here take 7 common, x minus 9 is equal to 0. So 2x plus 7 into x minus 9 is equal to 0. So the value 2x plus 7 is equal to 0, or x minus 9 equal to 0. So x is equal to 9 or x is equal to minus 7 by 2. So again, here if you do cross multiply, your denominator will become 0. So ultimately you get 3x square plus 26x plus 35. You just need to split the middle term, you'll get the answer. Very basic questions are there. So you can try doing this. Rectangle, you know the area of rectangle, length into breadth, you can work on them. Area is given 90. So x into 6x minus 7 is equal to 90. Again, you will get a quadratic question as like 6x square minus 7x minus 90 is equal to 0. Again, you work on splitting the middle term. I believe that will give you the answer. Clear, everyone? Anybody have any doubt? So you can use the chat option. You can ask doubt if you have any. Then if you see the next part of the question here, if you see this question, so this is 4 to the power 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 1. So how that is possible? So how that possibility is there? So 0 to the power any number will be 0 only, and any number to the power 0 will give you 1. So the same thing I can write 4 to the power 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 4 to the power 0. So I can say that 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So then I can work on splitting the middle term. So 2x square, and then this I can write as 4x minus 3x. So 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. So this would be 2x, x plus 2. This is minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So I'll get 2x minus 3 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. So I'll get the value of x is equal to minus 2 and 3 by 2. So here I got the value of x is minus 2 and 3 by 2. Okay. Then next thing again, here x square minus 3x plus 1 to the power 6 is equal to 1. So how that possible? So how that is possible if how you get as 1. So it means if your base is same only. So if you write this as x square minus 3x plus 1, okay, plus 1 to the power 0, that will give you 1. So that will not make much sense here while solving this equation. So what else I can do? I can think this as 1 to the power 0 or 1 to the power 1. So that 1 to the power 1 also does not make sense. So 1 to the power 0, then any number to the power 0 is the same thing. So I can write this as x square minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 1. So it means x square minus 3x is equal to 0. So if you take x common, x into x minus 3 is 0. So x is 0 or 3. So I got the value here, x is 0 or 3. So if I put here 0, if I put here 0, satisfying. If I put here 3, this will be 9 minus 3, that will get cancelled again 0 only. So again, the next part is x square minus 3x plus 1, okay, to the power 2 x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 1. So this I can write this as like this also. So 1 to the power any number is 1. Okay, 1 to the power any number is 1. Or I can write this equation like this also. It's I can write this equation as x square minus 3x plus 1 to the power 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to x square. Sorry, I can write this as x square minus 3x plus 1 to the power 0. Are you getting this? So I can consider both the case. So if I consider this case, then this mean x square minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 1. If I consider this case, it means 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So if I consider first case, then I'm getting the x value as 0 or 3. And if I'm considering the second case, then I'm getting the x value as minus 2 and 3 by 2. Here I'm getting x value as minus 2 and 3 by 2. Clear? So I hope you understood this. So ultimately, if I substitute any of these value, so for this equation, if this is my equation, so I got 4 value. If I put 0 or 3, or if I put 0 or 3 or 3 by 2, 3 by 2 or 3 by 2 or minus 2, if I put any of the 4 value into this equation, I believe my LHS, RHS will satisfy. So 0, this will become 1. This is minus 6. 1 to the power minus 6 will be 1 only. If I put 3, then this get cancelled. I get again 1. And this will be again 1 and 1 to the power in number 1 only. If I put 3 by 2, 3 by 2 also 3 by 2, if I put 3 by 2 into this would be 9 by 4 minus 3 into 3 by 2 plus 1. to the power. This is 2 into 3. 3 by 2 square means 9 by 4. 2 into 9 by 4, then plus 3 by 2 minus 6. Okay, so if I solve this, this is 9 by 4 minus 9 by 2 plus 1. This is 9 by 2 plus 3 by 2. 12 by 2 means this will be 0 1. This will be 1 only. I hope you are getting it. So if I put minus 2 also now, I think this will become 0. If I'm putting minus 2 or 3 by 2, this will become 0. If I put 0 or 3, this will become 0. So either any number to the power 0 will be 1. Okay. Or if base is any number, if you are getting or base is any number here, if you are getting base as 1 to the power any number will be 1. So in both the case you are getting the answer. So here the answer for this question would be either 0 or 3 by 2 or minus 2. So they will satisfy this equation. So I hope you understood this. So more or less we will in the next class we'll start solving the questions from the exercise 3A. So far we have just discussed these basic questions. Solve example, I have just discussed orally. I have not solved the question. I hope you understood the fact. Okay, how to split the middle term and all, you know how to do that. In case if you could not able to split the middle term, okay, in case if you're not able to split the middle term, then there's a formula called minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula to find the root of the equation. We'll discuss more about this formula in our further classes. So when you could not able to split the middle term, if you're not very good with factorization, possibly then this formula will help you in that situation. Anyway, so that was the intention of this class. I hope you have understood what all we have done in this class. I'll see you all in next class. Thank you. Bye everyone. Take care.